What's going on YouTube? DGremlin31 here. So you got your CCW, or at least in the process. Well, I guarantee you, in your class when you do your safety course, the conversation of, well, what happens when I get pulled over? What do I do? Do I need to tell the deputy or the officer that I have a gun on me? Yeah, you do. In a lot of the classes, a lot of the courses are going to state that, and they're going to tell you, if presented by law enforcement, let them know you have a weapon on you. Some people have different opinions. They say, what they don't know don't hurt them. Yeah, I get that and I understand that, but I feel like if you're up front, things can be a lot smoother and there's less mishaps, in the event of something happening. Well, it happened to me. And I did what I said I would do in my previous video, things I was advised to do by other deputies and officers. I was pulled over driving from one side of town to another where I grew up. Unfortunately, this was in LA County, so when he lit me up and I seen the red and blues, my ass just about ate my seat. Never have I been approached by law enforcement while carrying. Came to my window, handed the deputy, handed him my license registration along with my CCW. Took about 2 steps, stopped, paused, turned hard left, came right back to my window and said, "Sir, do you have a weapon on you?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do." He asked, "What's the weapon?" I said, "It's on the passenger seat in my backpack, sir." He said, "Okay." I asked, "Would you like to see it?" He says, "No, just do me a favor, keep your hands on the steering wheel. I'm going to go ahead and run your name and your license and things like that." I said, "No problem." Kept my hands on 10 and 2. He went to his car, came back, asked me about an issue that I had with the registration of my vehicle at the time. I told him what was going on. He said, "Okay, no problem." He is not going to cite me a ticket. Handed me my registration, my license, and my CCW. As I put the CCW and all that information back in my wallet, I went ahead and asked him about what he carried. He gave me a little short version of what his personal carry is and what he carried on duty. His MMP, I want to say his MMP, I forgot what series, but it was a 9mm. He then asked me about what I carry. I told him I carry a P229 Enhanced Elite in .40 caliber. He let me know that he's not a huge fan of SIG, but they're pretty guns, and I said I agree. And went that route. But here's what I did. Just like I said in my previous video about the stuff like this, visor has my license and registration. No, scratch that. It has my registration and insurance. Okay. I don't sit on my wallet when I drive for this reason. I don't want them to think I'm reaching for something. So my wallet's always on the door. A little cubby hole in my door. Grab my license. Grab my CCW out of there. I handed him, and it was a pretty uneventful stop. After it was all said and done, I felt, like, hey, this isn't so bad. You spend all this time carrying a gun around for X amount of years and never have an encounter with law enforcement, and you start to think, man, what's going to happen? Is this going to be, you hear a lot of stories on the internet about, hey, get out of the car, let me see your gun, unloaded, I'm going to hold it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, put the gun under the seat, throw it out on the road. I don't know. But you hear all sorts of stories online about some officers being complete assholes about it. Physically taking your weapon, unloading it, ejecting the magazine, taking it to the vehicle, putting it on top of the hood, on top of the car. All sorts of crap out there. I gotta say, my experience was nothing like that. The deputy was a complete, Second Amendment supporter, and I had no issues. But have you had encounters with law enforcement while carrying? What did you do? What was your experience? What was your officer or deputy like? Was he understanding or was he a complete asshole? Let me know in the comments. Curious to know how you guys reacted to this.